Hi, welcome to Not TV. I have to apologize. I listened to yesterday's video. I told you I didn't get the chance to listen to all 7 minutes. I was just hoping it was going to record. Of course it didn't. It only got 4 minutes. Wait a minute. Now can you hear me? I had the headphones in. Let's try that again. Hi, welcome to Not TV. It's a good thing this is free. You guys would be throwing tomatoes at the screen. What do we get for our money? Not much. So I checked yesterday's video, the 7-minute segment, but I was hoping would have played through because it was just a one-time recording. Usually my HP works okay if it's just a one-time recording. It didn't. It only got 4 minutes, so I'm going to carry on from there in my reading. I will redo it again, probably using the YouTube video or whatever, but the quiet rooms are only like available an hour at a time, and I got stuff to do, and now I'm under the weather lately, and so it's tough. Okay. You guys would understand me up to 3 minutes and 58 seconds, which would be staring up at the sky. Now, chapter 3, continued on from page 16. Don't be an idiot, Shane, said the other man, a West Indian. His name, Gideon, was emblazed on the back of his overalls. Why'd they migrate in the middle of the fucking summer? Too hot, was the idler's reply. That's what it is, too fucking hot. It's cooking their brains up there. Gideon had now put down his half of the armchair and was leaning against the backyard wall, applying a flame to the half-spent cigarette he'd fished from his top pocket. Wouldn't be bad, would it? He mused, being a bird, getting your end away all spring, then fucking off to the south of France as soon as you get a chill in your bullocks. They don't live long, said Cal. Do they not? Said Gideon, drawing on his cigarette. He shrugged. Short and sweet, he said. That suit me. Shane plucked at the half-dozen blonde hairs of his would-be moustache. You know something about birds, do ya? He said to Cal. Only pigeons. Race 'em, do ya? Once in a while. Me brother-in-law keeps whippets, said the third man, the idler. He looked at Cal as though this coincidence verged on the miraculous and would now fuel hours of debate, but all Cal could think of to say was, Dogs? That's right, said the other man, delighted that they were one of accord on the issue. He's got 5, only 1 died. Pity, said Cal. Not really, it was fucking blind in one eye and couldn't see in the other. The man guffawed at this observation, which promptly brought the exchange to a dead halt. Cal turned his attention back to the birds, and he grinned to see, there on the upper window ledge of the house, his bird. I see him, he said. Gideon followed his gaze. What's that, then? My pigeon escaped, Cal pointed. There, in the middle of the sill. See him? All 3 now looked. Worth something, is he? Said the idler. Trust you, Bazo, Shane commented. Just askin', Bazo replied. He's won prizes, said Cal, with some pride. He was keeping his eye glued to 33, but the pigeon showed no sign of wanting to fly, just preening his wing feathers, and once in a while turned a beady eye up to the sky. Stay there, Cal told the bird under his breath. Don't move. Then to Gideon, is it all right if I go in, try and catch him? Help yourself. The old gal who had the house been carted off to the hospital. We're taking the furniture to pay her bills. Cal ducked through into the yard, negotiating the bric-a-brac the trio had dumped there, and went into the house. It was a shambles inside. If the occupant had ever owned anything of substance, it had long since been removed. The few pictures still hanging were worthless. The furniture was old, but not old enough to have come back into fashion. The rugs, cushions, and curtains so aged they were fit only for the incinerator. The walls and ceilings were stained by many years. Accrual of smoke, its source the candles that sat on every shelf and sill. Stalactites of yellowed wax depending from them. He made his way through the worn with poky dark rooms and into the hallway. The scene was just as dispiriting here. The brown linoleum rucked up and torn, and everywhere the pervasive smell of must and dust and creeping rot. She was well out of this solid place, Cal thought, wherever she was. Better off in hospital, where at least the sheets were dry. He began to climb the stairs. It was a curious sensation, ascending into the murk of the upper story, becoming blinder stair by stair, with the sound of birds scurrying across the slate above his skull, and beyond that the muted cries of gull and crow. Though it was no doubt self-deception, he seemed to hear their voices circling, as though this very place were the center of their attentions. An image appeared in his head of a photograph from National Geographical, a study of stars taken with a slow-release camera. The pinpoint lights described circles as they moved, or appeared to move across the sky with the pole star, the nail of heaven,